Hello. So I'm Sam. It's been a while, but I'm back, and today I wanted an excuse to talk to my friends. So I am joined here by someone I've known since I was effectively like 15, 16. Mike, you there?
Hi, that's me. Yeah.
Hi, Mike.
Uh, I definitely think 15, 16 is like the right time because I think it might have been toward the end of freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Sophomore year was a golden age for
Yes.
for
Yeah. Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
miniature me. So the idea of what's happening today, Mike, is that I have this game for us to look at. It's Unpacking Simulator. We're gonna unpack some boxes, and while we do that, I've written down a bunch of questions to ask you, and we're just kind of gonna unpack in general about our lives and kind of how we've gotten to know each other over the years. So, are you
So
ready to dive
we're
in?
unpacking as we unpack. Got it.
Exactly, exactly. Um, so let's just start with the basics. How are you doing today? How are things going?
Um, I'm exhausted. Just really tired.
Gotcha.
Um,
Sam and friends.
Stuff is about to get really hectic over here where I'm
Hmm.
at. The summer's kind of coming to the end,
Yeah.
have a couple more responsibilities. Big moving day for everybody.
So what are you talking about? What do you do?
I'm an RA. I was a residential advisor for the summer. Um, because, nice little book. I wonder, I'm sorry, I'm gonna get distracted a bunch
That's
during this,
okay.
but
It's
I don't
very
know why you
cute.
would put a book. I don't know why you would put a book with the frog.
Why I would put a book on a desk? I don't know. I'll put it in here for now.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
come
yeah,
back to
that's
it.
perfect cabinet.
Okay.
But going back to the question,
Hmm.
just so as an RA, I have to help people, check people in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And tomorrow is the day that all the RAs get moved in as well.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yes, tomorrow is a big day for you. Okay.
What about you? What about yourself? How are you doing today?
I'm also pretty tired, but honestly, I'm doing all right. Yeah, my work schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday morning. So it's a weird dynamic right now that I'm getting used to. Um, but yes, I've been educating the youth, tutoring young people, and I've been getting a lot out of that, honestly. Um,
Okay,
so I've been enjoying that. But
that's good to hear.
thank you. All right, so here I know you pretty well, Mike. After having many 4 a.m. conversations and high school adventures, to now knowing you after my college experience. So I want you, for everyone else out there, could you tell me 3 words that you would use to describe yourself?
Oh wow,
Yeah,
okay.
we're good. I mean, you're
Um,
an RA. You already know. You should know these like
so
icebreaker questions.
the first one is loud.
Okay.
I'm pretty loud. I'm a pretty loud person. And it's been a, kind of like a main identifying feature. Um, let's see, what else? Two other words describe me.
Mm-hmm.
Nerdy. I think I'm pretty nerdy centric. Touch any sort of culture I can.
Gotcha.
Um, let's see what else. And then I don't want to say complex. I'm trying to look for a synonym for like
Mm.
complex, but I like to do deep dives. I frequent video essays very often. And I really like to pick apart things. So, uh,
Gotcha.
yeah,
So like analytical in a way.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, there you go. Analytical.
very cool.
There
Very
it
cool.
goes.
Yeah. All right. And now I'm going to tell you three things I would use to describe you, um, as a human being. I think loud is definitely fitting, but I'm gonna reshape that to extroverted,
Okay.
um, because I remember in high school, um, I I think I had a couple phases where I was like extroverted, but whenever I was around you, I was just like impressed by how comfortable you could be with other people. And I still respect you for your ability to do that like today because I think it's definitely a strength that you have.
It's really interesting. Because a lot of people tell me that. Oh, there it goes. Diary under the pillow. That's
Gotta
really cool
hide
that
hide the
you,
secrets.
you could do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people that I've met say the same thing about that, and a little insight I can give to that is I lack a level of social anxiety. To
Mm.
me, it's just like I don't want to say like um, I'm okay making mistakes and kind of being the butt of jokes. So it's like the idea of messing up in a social environment doesn't really bother me.
Yeah.
Um, so but I mean, this when I tell people this part, they become very surprised. But when I oh look, it fits nice
Hmm.
in the wall right there. In situations like that, I do definitely still feel somewhat anxious.
Yeah.
It's just I'm able to push past that more.
Yeah, I respect that a lot about you. Which, yeah, I think one of the other ways I would describe you is as someone who's open to change.
Okay.
I think that I'll, but the thing is, my third one I'm going to use to describe you is I think you are also definitely stubborn.
Okay.
You're when, which I honestly attribute as a good quality to you because when you set your mind on something, there's a very likely chance that it will happen. Um, but luckily, we've known each other long enough that like if I think um, maybe you're not doing something in the most productive way, you would make a change. And I've seen that a lot.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's funny that you say that. That made me laugh. Those two kind of descriptions because
Look out
when I put a lot of value, and as you know this, Sam, I put a lot of value on my relationships and the people that I'm close with. Um, and you guys kind of have the keys to that engine, like how you described. It's once you reach that point of trust, you can kind of manipulate the thing's a lot easier than most people because when people tell me I'm very spiteful.
there.
I'm the type of person where it's like you tell me if I can't do it, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
try super super hard too.
I agree.
Um, but yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. Oh my god, dude. I would love this in my room, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I like the
Do you like
plushies.
the
I'm big
squad that
into it.
I'm assembling up here? It's
Yeah.
like crowded now.
Yeah, so I want to point out a couple of interesting things
Hmm.
that we have here. So obviously a soccer player, because you have that like
Yeah,
soccer trophy, and
yeah,
there's like that soccer ball, right? I saw the dreidel, which was
yeah.
very humorous. But yeah,
There, this is our room, Mike. I hope you know that.
yeah,
Like
yeah, exactly.
yeah, I get the bed though. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'll sleep on like on that like the desk. I'll just clear the
On
stuff out.
yeah,
Oh
on
yeah,
the
up there.
desk.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I've written down a bunch of questions.
Mhm.
We'll see how many we hit. But yeah, Mike. Now that we're talking, um, about yourself, what's the meaning of life?
Oh my God. What is the meaning of life?
Yeah, for
I
you right now in this moment.
For me right now, so that is a wildly crazy question. That I don't think any. I think the meaning of life is what is the meaning of life, right? Uh,
Nice.
as in the idea that look at that nice
I
little
can take
thumbs up.
pictures. Okay.
Oh yep, there you go. It's saved.
Yep.
Uh, so I was saying that the meaning of life is searching for that meaning. And I think it's different for everybody. I don't think there's one singular answer. For me
Mm-hmm. I agree.
personally, the meaning of life, um, I think the idea of living without regrets. Um,
Okay.
I think living life to the fullest, and maybe not in a destructive sense, right?
Mm.
But if you're not content and you are not happy with where you are, then making change to that
Yeah.
and growing and making mistakes and just experiencing as much as you can, um yeah. I don't know.
I
It's
like
it's
that.
it's it's definitely something that, but that's definitely has changed at over
Of
time.
course.
So I think the meaning of life is very um adapts to what is more relevant. So
Yeah.
and I'm gonna direct it right back on you, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you what the meaning of life is, or what you define that as.
Yeah. So I love that question just because I completely agree with what you said. I think we just finished unpacking this room, by the way.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
I'll answer this first. So yeah, I've been asking even like younger kids this, like kids going to like middle school, just to see
mhm.
if they have a gauge for that yet. Um, and a lot of them don't. They're very like taken aback. But I think it's important to. I think although it's known as like one of the biggest questions to ask, I think it's something that you should kind of like check in with yourself to see if like you and what you're doing aligns with that answer. Um,
Yeah, I completely agree.
because my meaning of life right now is finding happiness in myself and creating happiness in others. Those are like
Mhm.
that is where I get meaning from, um, and that yeah, right now that's like the I guess the biggest goal I have to kind of like feel fulfilled. Um, but I completely agree in that like it's a very adaptive and changing thing, you know.
Whenever whenever the conversation whenever that conversation comes up about, well, what is the meaning of life, I always talk about the human experience, and I feel like searching for that meaning is a very human thing. We all experience that. um yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Mike, we just unpacked our room.
We unpacked our
Is there
first
anything you
room.
would change to what I did? This is like my layout.
Let me see. So the one thing that has been bothering me is
I
the stereo, the way the stereo is
Oh, I'm
faced.
blasting it out the window. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's just because, like, how are you? Yeah, you see, like,
All
how are
right.
you?
All right.
Yeah.
That's good.
But other than that, I would have totally put the like, you see the figurines on the side, like on the
Yeah.
right there. I would have totally set up some of them like, uh, maybe in like different positions. But I honestly,
Oh, okay.
I think you're pretty good, except the jump rope. I don't like the jump
I don't
rope
like
right
it
on the
either. I
floor.
don't know where to put it
I don't
though.
know where you. Yeah, exactly. I don't
Can
know
I
where
fit
you
it
would put
in
it.
here with the? No, it's gonna just be in a weird place.
Maybe try and take the piggy bank,
Oh yeah, piggy bank can go
like the
like maybe.
yeah, and then like
Yeah.
maybe the jump rope goes in there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then
Perfect.
I'll end it with
Perfect.
this. Here we go. They'll be talking. There we go.
Awesome.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Wow.
Wow.
Amazing. Um, all right.
This is a very cute game, by the way.
It is, and I think it's very fitting that we work on organizing a room while we're like kind of organizing our thoughts and
Yeah.
just kind of getting to have conversations we don't get to too often. Um,
Exactly. Whoa, we're
we're
definitely
like in college now.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, and we were talking about it yesterday, but Mike and I realized we haven't seen each other in what is probably a year now, like in real life. You've just been, I don't even know if you're real anymore.
Yeah. We're
Um,
just kind of voices in each other's heads.
yeah.
It was actually funny because how the conversation started was, oh, like, what, Mike, when was the last time I saw you? And we were both convinced that it was pre-COVID.
Our
And
memory,
then all of a sudden there was this like sudden realization, like, no, that's not true. We saw each other a little bit, like, towards the downturn of COVID,
yeah.
right before I left. But yeah, I have to do constant like reality checks and like sanity checks to make sure that you guys are like that actually exist and aren't
Yeah,
just figment of my imagination.
that's good. Am I passing today?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, that's good.
I think so.
All right, so moving along. Tell me something that you're proud of, like, right now. What are you? What's something that you are proud of about yourself or what you've
I
been doing?
am proud that you beat the Outer Wilds.
Yeah, so you can
uh,
briefly tell everyone what that is. But I
the Outer
agree.
Wilds is a how do I describe it? It is a puzzle-centric game where you explore the mysteries of a solar system and uncover the history of that. And it is a if you've never played it or never even heard about it, you should totally. I would definitely recommend it. It is a to me it is less of a game and more of an experience. And seeing all of you guys kind of finish that up and what's the word and be able to be there for that
Yeah.
was really exciting. But to go back to the question, the reason why I kind of deflected a little bit is that I have a very hard time being proud in the things that I've accomplished.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I feel like I really haven't achieved much. But something that I am very proud of is I made the decision to go to graduate school.
Yeah.
And that's been I was waiting for you to move the computer onto the desk because I was like, well, where's that gonna go?
Calm down.
Uh,
Yeah.
But yeah, I decided that I want to go to graduate school and that I'm kind of in the process and figuring out that's so yeah and sticking to that. It's the first time in a very
Absolutely.
long time where I feel confident and believe in myself in that way.
Amazing. And let me just tell you, there are so many things that you should be proud about yourself right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've seen you go through the absolute trenches, and to know where you are now, like you're soaring. So I'm very, very proud of you.
Yeah.
And I look forward to hearing you struggle in graduate school.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely gonna be. But you know what? I'm excited. I'm excited for that struggle.
Yeah.
Quick observations. We definitely a progression of things. We still have the soccer ball and the piggy bank. And I think that's really cute that we took that to college with us.
We're nostalgic, you know.
Yeah.
Some things you just, can't let go of just yet. Do we have more hangers? This is like a real life
Maybe check
problem
the
now.
drawers, like the bottom, like those.
No,
Oh,
not yet.
definitely not.
But
Yeah, that sucks.
we have an alarm clock. That's good. But yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I think finding things to be proud about is something I also struggle very much with. Um, but if there's anything as of late, it's that I was able to find work.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, that was something that was very difficult for me because yeah, I mean I was applying everywhere and I was just like, just it's a very harrowing process for anyone. Just to like so many rejections and like either things would start moving forward and then they would just stop. And it was just difficult at times to kind of like commit myself to that, but I needed to work.
Yeah,
And
of course.
I do feel very lucky with how I ended up. I just called the place that happened to like have vacancies and I got an interview and things worked out. But that I'm proud that like I can see what I'm doing is having an impact on some of these kids' lives, and that's what I hoped for. So
That's definitely been one of the more enjoyable parts of my day is hearing you come back home from work and the stories that you share there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all the kids that I teach are at the age where like so much of that innocence remains. That
Yeah, exactly.
they overshare. They ask you questions that you're
We
not
actually,
supposed.
I don't know. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. We actually
Yeah.
have two other rooms. So there's like the bathroom and like you see on
Oh,
the side
thank
right
you.
there?
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
that. Okay, okay.
Sorry, I
Oh,
didn't mean
okay.
to interrupt you.
No, of course. Yeah. So I'll briefly just say an example. I'm not gonna say the child's name, but I hope that, um, when they grow up, they come back to this video.
Yeah.
Yeah, on that chance. But this child looked me in the windows of my soul and said, "Was Jesus? No, were dinosaurs around in mythological times or after Jesus?" And for the age of this kid, it was so like this was big brain. This was philosophy that this kid had presented to me. So I couldn't laugh. I couldn't like I had to fully validate the question and then like think of how to answer. Um, but little things like that, like that is when I'm like, okay, he or she felt comfortable talking to me about their experience,
Yeah.
or they asked me a question about something they're curious about. So it's huge for me that kids come to me for that. So yeah, that's something I've been proud of lately.
Yeah.
Um, and Mike, now to get into more of the theoretical, do you think aliens are real?
So I have actually two separate answers for that. I don't mean to be the person that's like, well, yes and no.
Okay, okay.
But it's funny. I actually have one of those mannequins.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Um,
putting it on the
to just
desk
put
because
them on. Yeah.
I remembered your desk.
So I'm a big math person,
Hmm.
and we live in a a universe with uh not infinite, but basically close to infinite, right? It
Okay.
might as well be infinity in sense of like
The scale.
how the scale, right? How large things are.
Hmm.
And I always say this, well, if there's a out of the trillion of planets that exist, if even 0.00001 of those planets can contribute to life, like the standards of life, then that means there's
Hmm.
10,000 planets where aliens exist, right?
Wow.
When you think of it from the odds, the sheer odds, then I think it's undeniable that aliens exist. However, and then this is my no, is that even though they exist, I don't necessarily know if we'll ever meet them.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it might be an instance of, well, they're there and we're
Hmm.
here, and it never those streams never cross. Those
Yeah.
channels never cross. Um, I think the likelihood that life existing within a certain surrounding, right? Having
Hmm.
two Earth-like planets exist in a solar system,
Oh.
and then also have life begin at the same time, right? In like the
Hmm.
same range, right? I think that is also extremely improbable. Improbable. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's a I do think they exist, and I would love. Speaking of aliens, um, I would love to. I would love if we did end up meeting,
Hmm.
aliens, but I don't think that's gonna happen in our lifetime,
Yeah.
honestly.
I I completely agree with your. I mean, the mathematical thought process is definitely a like clever way to think about it, but I also think that it's comforting in the sense that like since we haven't met any aliens yet, that in on one hand that does mean there's theoretically there's no civilization out there that has that technology to potentially like thinking pessimistically that aliens might like not be friendly. There's
Yeah,
that like comfort that nothing has found us yet that could be threatening.
exactly.
But
Um,
the optimist and the the very curious nature, on the other hand, would love to see what that would look like. So
and I think what's it, I think for us, right, that we would be more than happy and perfectly fine dealing with like interfacing and interacting with them. But I think most humans wouldn't respond very negatively to that
mhm.
kind of engagement. We
You
have like a
see,
cute.
I know. Look at
We have like a. This is
this.
like really. It's
This
like
is
a
a
really
nice
nice space.
kitchen.
Yeah.
So you think, yeah, you think most people would be positive about it?
No, I think the opposite. Most people would
Okay.
respond negatively to it.
Yeah, because it's like the unknown has
Yeah.
always been, um, yeah, difficult to accept for some people. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's see. Um, while we're reminiscing and unpacking our, this is like a flat. This isn't actually like even a college room anymore. Looking at we have three
Well,
rooms.
so I was thinking that we might be in college,
Hmm.
um, probably for like some sort of art thing, because that
Yeah.
mannequin, those mannequins are typically used by students for
Mm-hmm.
anatomy. We have our little color pencils and stuff up there, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Let's
so I
see.
mean, if we were in a college dorm, I feel like that we would definitely be going for some sort of like artsy fartsy thing.
That's true. Good. Yeah. We do have a lot of equipment. Like we also have our like brushes, eraser, and markers. So we're ready for it if that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Oh no! What year
Uh,
is it? I
yeah.
missed it. I think it's like 1998
No,
or
it's
seven.
2004. I'm pretty
Oh, so
sure.
now we fast forward to 2004. Yeah, this is what my family's computer looked like in 2004. I remember that. I would play. What was even going on? No, I wouldn't even. I think it was like they were like that's when you would play games on CDs. Yeah, so I'd have like
Yeah.
like those old, really old click and point games on CD. That would be fun. This is way too close, the mouse to the computer, but the desk.
Yeah, so can you, is it any way to put the, like, the tower on the floor?
Oh, of course, yeah. Like, yeah, it's still like, that'll have to do though, you know.
Yeah.
So now at least we can
Only
move this
because,
a
like,
little
we
bit,
have
yeah.
no room up there, and I'd
And
rather
then I can
have,
move this guy over here.
exactly.
Okay, so we finished unpacking the boxes in here. That's good.
Okay.
So yeah, while we're working on this, my next question is, what's your favorite memory of ours that we've shared
Wow.
over the years?
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm putting you
So,
on the spot for real.
I wish you had asked me this at the start of it, because then I would have started thinking, because it takes me, because I have a very strong memory, right?
Mm-hmm.
A very strong long-term memory. My short-term memory is absolute garbage.
I can relate to that. Yeah.
So there are my favorite moment of us.
Yes.
So I'm gonna be a jerk, and I'm gonna say multiple moments instead of saying just one.
Well, that's nice of you.
The first one that surfaces to my mind is the Thanksgiving incident.
Yeah.
I'll explain what happened. So I stayed up here for Thanksgiving.
So yes, Michael dorms upstate from where
Yes.
I live, from where we live normally.
Yes. So, and Sam did not know that I wasn't coming down, and I did not do a very good job communicating that I was staying up here. So, this was during what was it? A Thanksgiving break or whatever, right? So everybody was down back home. And Sam sends me a text, right? Because we were talking the day before. He's like, "Oh, let's hang out, right?" And I interpreted that as like because I had assumed that he knew that I wasn't there. I mean, it's funny because you were with another one of our close friends,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And he knew that I wasn't
Yeah, which
I
makes
wasn't
it
here.
even weirder. But yeah.
So next thing I know, I get a text message. So that miscommunication happened, and I get a text message, and Sam was like, "Oh, Mike, I'm outside your house," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm in, I'm up at college," and it was a very fun. It was a very I had such a good laugh for it. I don't, Sam, I don't know if you felt bad about that, but for me, like, I felt terrible because you went out of all your way to come and get me, and then I wasn't there. But it was honestly, I look back with like that fondness, and I think a lot of our moments have that kind of a lot of my favorite moments have that that essence, right? Where it is I don't know why that box, like the keyboard got packed with the kitchen.
The pots and the pans. That's on me. That's on me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But a lot of my favorite moments kind of have that. Another one is like probably like a Trouble in Terrorist Town, right? Like when we played that, right?
Yeah.
But any moment where we are, where there's like a misunderstanding that happens, and then we both laugh at it,
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because I think there are a lot of my relationships are have a level of seriousness to them, and I'm not saying that we don't have a seriousness, but I think we both are very okay with making mistakes.
Definitely.
And when those mistakes do happen, we both make those acknowledgement, and yeah, I don't know if that's a super explicit answer. You did put me on the spot.
Yeah. So your favorite moment between the two of us was when I couldn't actually see you, and I showed up to your house. No, it was a very funny conversation.
I mean, I was trying to dig for something that was a little bit more sentimental to me.
Nah.
Obviously, the time that we went hiking.
Yeah.
I think a lot of core moments are when we've gone hiking, because I remember for I think it was like my 18th birthday or something like that. You and another one of my friends came and we went hiking there. I think the time that I got like cactus like small cactus needles like stuck in my thumb is also another good time. Like, but that was when the last time we saw each other, when we went for that hike, right?
Yeah.
I think that was the seed for what we have now.
I
because
gotcha.
we've always been friends, but being close friends takes so much time and effort, and I always feel like me and you have missed each other, you know?
Yeah,
Like
just with
whether
life.
you're busy with, with school and stuff, and then the second that you become a little bit more available, I become super busy with
Yeah.
stuff. So, yeah.
Oh, is there a place to?
Um I would like to ask you because I'm a jerk. What would you consider your favorite moment between us?
So there's a yeah, I would agree in that like I thought of a couple things when I brought up the question, but honestly, um, it's been the last couple weeks, which is kind of it's awesome to say that, but just getting to know you um, so much more and share some difficult times with each other
Mhm.
just allowed me to kind of see you in a light that I didn't before. Um, but you bringing up those moments reminded me a lot of the fact that a lot of the times that I go out with you, you have the such you're like a comet and you just go and try whatever pops in your brain, despite how much concern that your friends have for you, like
Yeah.
touching a cactus. Um, where would we put deodorant? Like that's like a bedroom thing. Like I don't know.
It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
like right there
out
in
on
the
the
like
way out.
drawer.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
in the drawer, I guess. Um, but another thing I thought of, like going way back. Um, oh, nice. We got like our perfume cologne vibe for the way out. There you go. Is like high school and like that. Yeah, I agree with your statement about the fact that we've always missed each other. But one of those times where we were on the same timeline was sophomore year of high school when we were
Mhm.
in the improv club.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That phase because like I said, you made me realize um, what a safe space that club was because I was very generally I'm just a very nervous person, um, and like you made me realize that like that is a space where I can just kind of like let my imagination run and
Mhm.
just have a fun time because no matter what, like people are there to laugh, um, and that changed a lot for me. Just confidence wise moving forward. Oh yeah, yeah, nice. So put that under there. I feel like that's a good place. You never, never know. I
It's
got paper
actually
towels in the kitchen.
what's
Hmm.
really interesting is that our character is a female.
Yeah, definitely,
Um,
definitely confirmed.
yeah.
Um, a female identifying, or we're an alien. You never
Or an
know.
alien. Or an alien. I kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot. We are an alien. I wanted to just to touch on something real quick. And this is what I meant when I said that, once the ball gets rolling, it's gonna, um, whenever somebody asks me, oh, like, what is your favorite moment, right?
Hmm.
There's just too many, honestly.
That's an amazing
Because
thing.
I couldn't even I like high school isn't, I don't remember a lot of high school, wow, yeah, just somebody just threw a pan in there, that's awesome. I don't remember a lot much of high school, but yeah, no, definitely like improv was awesome. I remember the improv show
Mm,
having that little like segment where it was just the seniors, right, and being so prideful and wanting to do that for you guys, right. um
yeah.
and it's just to that statement, I think so much of a relationship is built off of all those moments. So it's really hard for me to pinpoint and to identify a like favorite moment. Well, I just like what's happening here. Why is it like red?
The game is
Yep,
telling me that I am not an HGTV superstar. I
I
think.
understand.
It's unfortunate, but yeah, I agree. Memories are what make relationships,
Yeah.
for sure.
So is it
But
like so is it blinking red? Maybe you got to put like like those sponges, like those extra
yeah,
sponges, you put like in a drawer or
maybe
something.
like yeah, like in the maybe even in the bathroom.
Most
Yeah, we could
definitely.
probably we could fit them right there.
Yeah, 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 like
Um, yeah, so we can wrap up here. We'll finish up our college like apartment. Um, can
yeah. There
opener,
seems to
yeah,
be a
can
couple.
openers.
Well, I would put that. So I would put that in like a drawer or something.
Yeah, do we have enough room? Like, I wish there was another one of these, you know, for like.
Yeah.
We didn't buy that yet though. Like, we're on a budget, so I get it. Um. Now we got like our cooking oil. Like, I guess that can go down here. Worst comes to
That's what
worst.
I mean. I would just leave mine out.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I want to put the cutting board in a. I want to put the cutting board in a drawer, for now, or like on against a wall or something. Can I put it against like? Nah, it's okay. It can exist. It can exist here.
And you also have the tea kettle,
Yeah,
which I
this
like
will
the
have
tea
to
kettle where
go
it is, but
probably somewhere.
maybe put it on like a shelf or something.
So what I'll do is I'll move our fine china up here, and then I can fit this right here.
Because I know you had a questions prepared. Do we get through all of them or?
No,
Do
not
you
even
still have?
remotely close.
Yeah, that's kind of what I imagined.
But this is Michael. Like, we can expand on anything. So I mean, I definitely enjoyed getting to do this because I think so often like there's so much going on that it feels like you can't slow down to have
Yeah.
conversations like this. But you can. I'm glad we were able to fit one in. That's what we're doing. Here's our yearbook, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why
There
the
we go.
game's getting so like finicky about
Yeah.
certain things.
All right. So let's go through again. What would you change? Because
Okay.
I need to work on my organizational skills. So you tell me how I could better organize
So
this.
first
Yeah.
and foremost, you blocked the only outlet in this room.
Look at this
By
thing though.
that. Yeah, I don't know what you would do. Maybe like put it. I wish you could like.
No, it's not. It's too big.
No, it's not gonna fit there. Yeah, I mean you could just leave it where it is. I was just saying. I was just pointing out that that's the only like
Nah.
visible outlet.
Oh, yeah. Tricky.
Maybe put it.
Against the wall.
I wish you could, because that's what I
I
would do.
can't
I'd put
rotate it any more than that though.
Maybe can you put it on top of like in the closet, like on top, like, because that's like a file important, like.
Yeah, there we go. There we
Okay.
go. I'll take the
I like-
brush
I like-
out of here.
I like the way the clothes were set up. I thought the way that you have it organized
I
is
have
very
a ruler
nice.
in the closet. Yeah, sure.
I think let's see. Yeah, no, I think this
Okay.
room is perfect,
room's-
honestly.
I'm glad we can agree. How about
The kitchen is so ideally, right?
Yeah.
So you see like you have the stuff above the microwave, right? Like I would just not I would never put anything up there. I would put like things that weren't used, and like the paper towels being up there, like
Oh,
paper
yeah.
towels is the first thing I go for, right?
Okay. We could bring the paper towels down. Now I'm blocking
but,
this outlet.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
It's alright. It's alright.
but I think the kitchen is perfect.
All right, and then we ended off on.
I actually thought you did an amazing
I'm pretty
job.
proud of this. I'm pretty proud of this.
Yeah. The
All right.
bathroom is phenomenal.
All right, so let's end it here. Let's end it in our crib, in our bedroom.
Well, Sam, it was a pleasure speaking to you.
Yeah. Is there anything you would like to tell the entirety of the human race before we wrap up today?
Not really. I don't know. Live life to its fullest. Live in the moment.
You heard
But
it
also
here
at the
first.
same time, don't, be stupid.
Don't fly too close to the sun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Mike. I'm glad we were able to unpack a bit together. Look at
Me too.
that! I just graduated,
Yeah,
so that's
very
very
studious.
fitting. Oh, we're going to uni.
Yes, we are at uni.
Wow. Awesome. There we go. Lavender room. Salmon friend. Thanks for being friend, Mike. All right.
No problem.
Well, we'll leave it there for today. Until next time. Hope everyone has an amazing day. Peace.